Today on September 1st, a divine message stirs the air. Archangel Michael whispers directly to your soul, "Open this now, for it carries the truth you've been waiting for." Someone connected to your destiny is on their way. They are walking toward your door, hiding something precious in their hands. And when you discover it, your life will no longer be the same. Pause for a moment. Can you feel your heart race faster? This isn't coincidence. It is divine timing. Stay with me, because in the next few minutes, we will unfold the hidden message Archangel Michael wants you to hear today. And remember, what you hear in this moment might be the very sign you prayed for last night. Archangel Michael often sends signs in mysterious ways. Sometimes through a dream that lingers in your memory. Sometimes through a sudden thought that won't leave your mind. And sometimes through words like these that appear right in front of you. Right now, this is no accident. Michael has chosen this very day, September 1st, to remind you that someone you have been thinking about is thinking of you too. They are planning to come closer, to appear suddenly, carrying something hidden in their hands. What is it? A gift? A letter? Or perhaps, the courage they have finally gathered after a long time? Take a deep breath here. Because what unfolds next is not just about them. It is about you, your healing, your prayers, and the way heaven is answering them. And let me ask you this, have you been seeing repeating signs lately? Numbers like 111, 444, or feathers crossing your path? If yes, Archangel Michael is telling you. This message is yours. Archangel Michael is revealing something powerful to you right now. I see a person moving slowly, almost hesitantly, toward you. They are standing at the edge of your path. Or maybe just outside your very door. In their hands, something is hidden. Carefully kept away, as if it holds the weight of their heart. Why do they hide it? Because what they carry is not ordinary. It is not just an object. It is a piece of their soul, wrapped in silence, waiting for the right moment to be placed in your hands. Michael shows me their energy. Nervous. Trembling. They have rehearsed this moment again and again in their mind. They whisper to themselves, what if it changes everything? What if I am finally received? What if? This is the moment? And heaven answers, yes. The time is now. Perhaps it is an apology that has been delayed for too long. Perhaps it is a letter written in secret, words they could never say aloud. Perhaps it is a gift of love, carried through storms and doubts, but never forgotten. And maybe, just maybe, it is something even greater. A message. An opportunity. A doorway that will shift your path forever. Michael says, do not dismiss the signs. Your heart already knows. That strange restlessness you have felt these past days. It is not confusion. It is recognition. Your soul is preparing for the arrival. So pause here. Close your eyes. Take one deep breath. Now, who appears in your mind first? The image, the name, the feeling that rose just now, this is not imagination. This is confirmation. If your heart whispered their name, then Archangel Michael is assuring you. Yes, it is them. And yes, they are coming. Archangel Michael is guiding you to a doorway. Not a physical one made of wood and metal, but a doorway of destiny that is opening in the unseen realm. Behind this doorway, a new chapter of your life waits to be written. The sound of footsteps approaching your path is not random. It is the sound of heaven arranging a meeting that your soul already agreed to long ago. Michael shows me a golden light resting upon this doorway. It flickers, like a flame in the distance, calling you closer. Each time you feel that sudden pull in your chest. Each time you sense that someone is near. It is because you are standing at the edge of this divine threshold. Your person, the one who carries something hidden in their hands, is not just coming to knock on your door. They are being led to step with you into this new chapter. Think about it. How many times have you felt as though your life was on pause? How many days did you whisper, "When will things finally change for me?" Michael says, that waiting is now coming to an end. The doorway of destiny opens when two things align: your readiness and heaven's perfect timing. And right now, both are here. This is why you have been sensing a shift. This is why signs have been appearing everywhere around you. Feathers, repeating numbers, sudden thoughts of someone you cannot ignore. Heaven is saying, prepare yourself. A meeting is near. A destiny is about to unfold. Pause for a moment. Feel the truth in these words. Your soul is not confused, it recognizes the doorway. And very soon, you will step through it. Archangel Michael wants you to understand something very important. The arrival of this person is not random. It is not just about them showing up at your door. It carries a hidden meaning. A deeper plan of heaven working silently in your life. When someone is guided back into your path at this exact moment, it means a divine cycle is completing. Perhaps prayers you whispered months ago are finally echoing back with an answer. Perhaps the lessons you endured with patience are now unlocking their reward. Or maybe a part of your destiny that has been waiting quietly is finally ready to activate. Michael says, every encounter has a reason. Every arrival carries a message. The one approaching you now is carrying more than an object in their hands. They are carrying the next piece of your story. It might come as a surprise. You may even question it. Why now? Why them? But heaven's timing is always precise. The moment they stand before you, everything will make sense. So pay attention to the emotions that rise when you see them. Do you feel peace? Do you feel your heart racing? Or do you feel a mix of both, like joy and nervousness at the same time? Those emotions are not random, they are messages. They are your soul's language, confirming what your mind cannot yet explain. Archangel Michael is telling you, be open. Receive without fear. What comes to you now is guided. Take a pause here. Ask yourself silently, what could this person be carrying for me? Sometimes the answers will rise within you even before the moment happens. And if you feel that stirring right now, know this, Michael is already preparing you for what's on its way. Archangel Michael is not just watching from a distance. He is actively preparing this meeting for you. Every sign you have noticed, the sudden chills, the repeating numbers, the unexpected dreams. All of it is Michael's way of whispering, I am arranging this. Trust the process. Michael is known as the Great Protector, the Angel of Truth, and the Guardian of Destiny. When he steps forward in your life, it means a shift is happening. Not just in the physical world, but in the unseen realms where prayers are heard and futures are shaped. Right now, he stands between you and this person, guiding both of you closer. To them, he whispers courage, do not fear. Take the step. Bring what you carry. To you, he whispers reassurance, do not doubt. Be ready to receive. This is why you may have felt a sudden calm in your spirit lately. It is as though someone has been lifting the weight off your shoulders. That is Michael's protection surrounding you, clearing away obstacles so this meeting can happen in perfect timing. Heaven never forces. Michael never pushes. Instead, he aligns hearts, thoughts, and circumstances until everything flows naturally. That is why, even if this person has delayed for a long time, suddenly now, the path is opening. Pause and reflect on this. How many times did you almost give up? How many times did you say, maybe it will never happen for me? Yet today, here you are, hearing this message on the very day Michael appointed. It is not coincidence. It is confirmation. Michael says, you are not alone. I am walking this path with you, step by step, Archangel Michael says. Your soul already knows how it will feel when that knock comes. When the moment you've been sensing finally arrives. Your emotions will rise like a wave. At first, you may feel disbelief. Your mind may whisper, is this real? Is this truly happening? Because sometimes, when prayers are finally answered, it almost feels unreal. Then comes the racing heartbeat. The sudden warmth rushing through your chest. As though your body recognizes something your mind is still trying to catch up with. And then, silence. A pause where time seems to slow down. The kind of silence where your spirit listens more than your ears. Michael says this silence is holy. It is the space where heaven speaks directly into your heart. Pay attention in that moment. Because your feelings will tell you the truth before words are even spoken. Some of you will feel peace, like a heavy weight finally lifted. Some will feel joy, like light flooding into a dark room. And some may even feel tears rising, tears not of sadness, but of release. These emotions are not accidents. They are confirmations. They are heaven's fingerprints on your soul, saying, yes, this is meant for you. So don't be afraid of what you feel. Don't question it too quickly. Allow your heart to speak. Because Michael reminds you, your heart is the first messenger of God's truth. Pause now. What emotions come to you even as you hear these words? Peace? Joy? Anticipation? Share them, if you feel guided, because your voice may be the very sign someone else is waiting for. Archangel Michael says, heaven always prepares you before the moment arrives. That preparation often comes through signs, small, subtle, but undeniable once you notice them. Think back to the past few days. Or even weeks. Have you been seeing repeating numbers like 111, 222, 444? These are not random. Each sequence is a signal from the angelic realm, whispering, pay attention, something is unfolding. Maybe you've noticed feathers appearing in unexpected places. Or coins on the ground right when you were lost in thought. Or even songs playing with words that echo exactly what's in your heart. Michael says, do not overlook these gentle signs. They are preparing you for what is coming. Sometimes the sign comes as a dream. A vivid picture that stays with you after waking. A dream of someone standing before you. A dream of a door opening. These are messages wrapped in symbols, waiting for you to recognize them. And sometimes, the sign is even more personal. A sudden memory of someone you haven't thought of in a long time. A random thought that refuses to leave your mind. Or the strong pull in your spirit that whispers, something is about to happen. Pause here. Have you noticed any of these signs recently? If yes, Michael is confirming to you, this is not imagination. It is alignment. Heaven is aligning events, people, and timing. Your task is not to chase it, not to force it, but simply to remain open and aware. Because the more you notice these signs, the stronger your connection with heaven becomes. And when the moment arrives, you will recognize it instantly. Not with doubt, but with certainty. Archangel Michael says, everything happens in divine timing, not a moment too early, not a moment too late. The person approaching you is not moving on their own. They are being moved by the hand of heaven itself. You may wonder, why didn't this happen months ago? Why not when I prayed the hardest? Michael answers, because the right moment had not yet arrived. Divine timing is like the sunrise. No matter how much you wait or how much you long for it, the sun will only rise when the hour is right. And when it does, no darkness can stop it. In the same way, this connection, this arrival, this hidden gift, was always written for you. But heaven has been arranging the right season for it. Clearing obstacles, healing wounds, softening hearts, and aligning circumstances so that when the moment comes, everything will fall into place effortlessly. That is why delays are not denials. They are preparations. Every tear you cried, every night you questioned, every prayer you whispered, all of it was planting seeds for this very season. And now, the ground is ready. The seed is breaking open. The timing has matured into harvest. Michael says, do not rush. Do not fear. Trust that heaven has seen the bigger picture. When the knock comes, you will realize. It was not late. It was not early. It was perfect. Pause here. Reflect for a moment. Can you see how certain delays in your life later became blessings? That is the mystery of divine timing. And the same mystery is unfolding again, right now, for you. Archangel Michael is known as the Great Protector. And right now, he surrounds this connection with his shield of light. Why? Because heaven knows how precious this meeting is. And no force of fear, doubt, or darkness will be allowed to interfere. Michael says, do not be afraid. What is meant for you cannot be stolen. What is written for you cannot be erased. Even in moments when you felt uncertain, when you thought the distance was too wide, or the silence too heavy, Michael was already guarding the unseen path. He has been cutting away negative influences, breaking chains of fear, and removing obstacles that could have delayed this moment. That is why, even if things once looked impossible, suddenly now, doors are opening. You may not realize it, but every time you prayed for protection, Michael placed his sword of light around you. Every time you felt comfort in the middle of chaos, that was his presence. And now, as this person prepares to step toward you, Michael is guarding not only you, but also them. He is guiding their thoughts, calming their fears, and giving them the courage they need to appear before you. Pause for a moment. Imagine a great shield of blue light surrounding you right now. Feel the safety of it, the calm it brings. This is Michael's way of assuring you. What is about to happen is divinely protected. No outside voice can stop it. No negative energy can block it. It is heaven's will, and it will unfold exactly as it should. Archangel Michael is showing me the image again. This person, approaching you, holding something carefully in their hands. It is hidden, but its energy is powerful. It is not just what they carry, it is what it represents. For some, it may be a physical object. A letter written long ago but never delivered. A small gift chosen with care, meant to express words that could not be spoken. For others, it is not an object at all, but something invisible, an apology, a confession, or even love itself, finally uncovered. Michael says, do not focus only on what they bring. Focus on the meaning behind it. Because what they hold is a bridge. A bridge between the past and the future. Between silence and truth. Between what was and what will now begin. Notice how their hands tremble in the vision. It is because this gift carries weight. It holds courage, vulnerability, and the hope that you will receive it with an open heart. Ask yourself, what have you been waiting to hear? What gesture would finally bring peace to your spirit? The answer may already be stirring within you. Michael assures you, what comes into your hands now will not be ordinary. It will carry the fingerprints of destiny. So, when the moment arrives, pause. Look beyond the surface. Do not just see the gift, feel the love, the effort, the courage it carries. Because heaven says, this gift is not small. It is a turning point. Take a deep breath here. Your hands will soon hold something that your soul has long been waiting for. Archangel Michael says, when this moment comes, it will not leave you the same. Because their arrival is not just about a meeting. It is about transformation. The moment you see them, something within you will shift. The heaviness you have carried for so long. The questions, the waiting, the uncertainty will begin to dissolve. Like a weight finally lifted from your spirit. Michael shows me a ripple effect. This single meeting will not only touch your heart. It will also open doors in other areas of your life. Peace where there was conflict. Clarity where there was confusion. Movement where there was delay. It is as though heaven is saying, now that this peace is in place, the rest can begin to flow. You may notice your energy changing. More strength in your steps. More light in your thoughts. Even a new sense of hope rising within you. Some of you will feel inspired to start again. To dream again. To believe again in what you thought was lost. Michael says, this arrival is a reminder that you are never forgotten. Every prayer you spoke, every tear you shed, has been collected by heaven. And now, you will begin to see the answers unfolding before your eyes. Pause here. Imagine yourself after this meeting. Lighter, freer, more certain. Feel that version of you. Because that is the transformation already on its way to my beloved soul. Pause for a moment and feel this truth. There is something around you that cannot be seen with the eyes, but only felt with the heart. Archangel Michael says, a whisper is traveling through the unseen realms, carrying a message meant only for you. It is a call, a signal, a secret vibration that wants to touch your spirit. Every time you feel a sudden shiver, or hear your name in the silence of the night, it is not your imagination. It is your angels brushing against your soul. They are telling you that something is moving closer. And soon, you will see the evidence with your own eyes. Do you ever feel as if time slows down in certain moments? That is when heaven is aligning events in your favor. And right now, as you listen, Archangel Michael wants you to know, you are not forgotten, not abandoned, not invisible. You are chosen. Chosen for love, for blessings, for a reunion that will restore what was once broken. Pause now. Take a breath. Let these words sink deeply. Imagine a door opening, light flooding in, and your person standing there, holding something behind their back. What do you feel? Excitement? Fear? Hope? Share it. For even speaking it out loud releases its power into reality. Beloved soul, Archangel Michael is showing me a clear vision right now. He says, "You are not forgotten. Your name is written in the book of destiny. And very soon, the sound of footsteps will approach your door." Pause. Feel this deeply. Someone you thought had turned away from you is now being guided back towards your life. They carry with them not just words, but a token, a hidden blessing in their hands. This may be a letter, a gift, or even a heartfelt confession. But it carries the energy of long-awaited truth. Michael whispers, "Do not fear the unknown. For what is hidden now will soon be revealed. And when you open the door, light will enter your home." Take a breath here. Imagine that moment, the knock on your door, your heart racing, and the choice placed before you. Will you welcome them in? Will you allow the divine plan to unfold? Michael wants you to be prepared. Because timing is not random. Everything has been aligned so that when this person stands before you, you will know it is the right time. So listen carefully now. If this message stirs something inside you, it means Archangel Michael is confirming, your story is shifting. Your waiting has not been in vain. Pause. Tell me, do you feel the signs already? Have you sensed the energy changing around you? If yes, then write in the comments below, "I am ready for the divine plan." This is not just writing. It is a declaration to the universe, something is about to shift in your destiny, beloved one. Archangel Michael shows me a door glowing with golden light. It is not just any door, it is the doorway of breakthrough. You may have felt as if you were walking in circles, praying and waiting for answers that seemed delayed. But now, heaven whispers that the waiting is over. The energy around you is heavy with divine alignment. Old cycles are breaking, karmic burdens are dissolving, and a fresh wave of opportunities is stepping right into your path. This shift will not be subtle. It will be undeniable, unmistakable, and so powerful that you will not be able to ignore it. Pause here. Feel this truth in your spirit. Because Archangel Michael says, your destiny is being rewritten in this very moment. You are no longer chained to the failures of the past. You are no longer bound to missed chances or regrets. Instead, you are being positioned to receive what once felt impossible, what once felt forever out of reach. So prepare your heart. Something breathtaking is coming. And when it arrives, you will know that this was always meant for you. Beloved soul, hear this carefully. The heavens are not only sending you signs, they are arranging divine completion in your life. Archangel Michael says this is the season when unfinished battles will finally end. The struggles that drained you for years are coming to their conclusion. Pause. Breathe. Can you feel the weight lifting from your shoulders? This is not imagination. This is spiritual reality unfolding even now. The angels reveal that cycles of delay, of doors closing in your face, of promises that seemed lost in the air, are being sealed forever. The script of your life is being rewritten, so that the chapters of loss give way to chapters of restoration. What was blocked is now being unlocked. What was denied is now being granted. Archangel Michael shows me a scroll unrolling in the heavens. Your name is written on it, surrounded by rays of golden light. And the words, "It is finished," shine upon it. This is divine completion. The assurance that the prayers you thought were ignored were actually stored and protected, waiting for this precise appointed time. So do not be surprised if the blessings come suddenly, without warning, like rain after a long drought. Do not be surprised if relationships heal overnight, if opportunities knock at your door in ways you never imagined. This is heaven's final activation of what was promised. This is the seal, the completion, the undeniable proof that you are chosen. Beloved, listen again. Archangel Michael says, this blessing is proof. It is heaven's way of saying, your waiting was not wasted. Your faith has not been in vain. It is done. It is yours. Step into it. The silence around you is not empty. It carries whispers from realms unseen. Archangel Michael wants you to know that in every quiet moment, heaven is closer than you think. Your spirit has been crying for guidance, and heaven has answered. Michael's presence surrounds you like a shield of radiant light, piercing through every shadow that tried to hold you back. You may have noticed sudden chills across your body, or the flicker of lights around you. These are confirmations that Archangel Michael is near. Do not dismiss them as coincidences. They are messages. They are signs. They are divine affirmations, proving that heaven is at work in your life right now. And if your heart feels heavy, listen closely. Because Michael is not just watching over you. He is moving obstacles out of your way, aligning paths that seemed impossible, and creating opportunities where doors once stood closed. There is a reason you are hearing this message now. Your soul has been restless, searching for answers that the world could not give you. Archangel Michael is stepping forward with power and clarity. He says, the delays you have faced were not punishments. They were preparations. Every closed door was protection. Every rejection was redirection. And every tear you cried was noticed in the heavens. Think back to the moments where you almost gave up. The nights when you felt unseen. The battles that seemed endless. Those were the moments when Archangel Michael stood closest to you. Even when you could not feel him. He fought battles in the unseen realm. Wars that were never yours to fight. You were spared from dangers you didn't even know existed. Because heaven has always been covering you. And now, Michael declares that the season of struggle is giving way to a season of release. The chains that kept you bound are breaking. The illusions of fear are dissolving. The enemies that rose against you are scattering. This is not just encouragement, it is prophecy. Heaven has written a new chapter with your name on it. A chapter filled with light, favor, and divine intervention. So when you feel that sudden wave of peace, or that warmth surrounding your spirit, know that it is Archangel Michael himself placing his hand upon you. He is assuring you that you are safe, you are guided, and you are destined for something greater. The light of heaven bends gently toward you, beloved soul. Archangel Michael says, you are not forgotten. You are not unseen. You are not unheard. Even when your prayers felt like whispers lost in the wind, they were carried. Even when your heart felt like it was breaking under the weight of silence, the heavens were listening. Even when you thought your journey was lonely, you were surrounded by unseen guardians. The truth is The divine has been weaving every tear, every cry, every hope, into a greater pattern. The delays were not denials. The struggles were not punishments. They were refinements. Archangel Michael steps forward now with his radiant sword of light. He places it before you, not as a weapon of fear, but as a key of liberation. This sword cuts through the lies you've been told. It severs the invisible chains that have held you back. And with each stroke of light, the illusions fall away. You are not weak. You are not destined for suffering. You are not abandoned. You are chosen. You are protected. You are rising, and as Michael declares this truth, you may feel a stirring in your chest. A sudden heat. A pressure behind your eyes. A tingling in your hands. This is not imagination. This is recognition. Your soul is aligning with the heavenly decree. Pause for a moment and breathe. Breathe in this truth as if it were oxygen from the highest realm. Breathe out the fear, the doubts, the voices of limitation. With every inhale, you draw heaven closer. With every exhale, you step further into your true path. Archangel Michael whispers now, the doors you thought were locked will open. The opportunities you feared had passed will return. The blessings you believed were lost will reappear in ways beyond your comprehension. There is no coincidence in this moment. Your eyes are upon these words because you are ready. Your heart is racing because your soul knows it's time. The heavens have aligned your steps to stand here, face to face with truth. Beloved one, this is not just comfort, it is confirmation. Confirmation that the storm has an expiration date. Confirmation that the season of wandering is ending. Confirmation that your divine inheritance is near. But hear this clearly. Michael does not bring half measures. He does not bring fragments. He brings the fullness of God's promise. And the fullness requires readiness. You cannot step into abundance with the mindset of scarcity. You cannot step into freedom while still clutching the chains. You cannot step into light if you keep feeding the shadows. So this is your moment of choice. Will you release what has weighed you down? Will you surrender the habits that drain your spirit? Will you trust the unseen hand that has carried you this far? Michael's presence is strong, fierce, yet tender. He is not only cutting away the old, he is guarding the new. He surrounds you now in a shield of celestial fire. No darkness may penetrate it. No curse may linger within it. No fear may extinguish its glow. The enemy has tried to whisper that you are unworthy. That you are too late. That you are too broken. But Michael silences those voices with a single command: be still. This soul belongs to heaven. Feel that authority. Feel that protection. Feel that unshakable truth rooting deep within you. Now, beloved, Michael invites you to step forward, just in faith. Even one step is enough. Because one step, in alignment with heaven, shifts the ground beneath you. One step in trust opens 1,000 unseen doors. One step in surrender awakens miracles that have been waiting. Pause here. Let your spirit rise. Let your fear fall. Because Michael says, your story is about to change. It will not end in defeat. It will not close in despair. It will not echo with emptiness. Your story will shine. Your story will heal. Your story will testify of divine intervention. And when it does, others will look at your life and say, surely, heaven touched this soul. So now, open your heart. Lift your face toward the unseen light. Let heaven mark you with its seal. For Michael has declared, And so it is, the presence of Archangel Michael is not something distant or vague. It is not a symbol or just a comforting thought. It is a reality that moves into your atmosphere the moment you call upon him. He is not bound by the limitations of time or space. His wings stretch across realms unseen. His sword cuts through energies that you cannot even perceive with your physical eyes. When fear begins to rise, when uncertainty clouds your vision, Archangel Michael steps forward with a brilliance that cannot be overshadowed. He reminds you of something important. You are not here by accident. You are not struggling without help. The weight you feel pressing upon your chest is not meant to crush you, it is meant to push you into a greater surrender. And when you surrender, you discover the flow of divine strength that has always been carrying you. You realize that you were never expected to fight your battles alone. Michael whispers, "Child of light, stop measuring your strength against the storm. You will never win if you believe the battle depends on your human effort. The power that wins has already been released from heaven. Stand still, and I will fight for you." This is why, in moments of crisis, you may feel a sudden calm come over you. A peace that makes no sense in the natural world. That is not your imagination. It is Michael covering you under the shelter of his protection. You may think back to times in your life when something could have gone terribly wrong. But somehow, it didn't. An accident avoided. A wrong decision turned right. A loss that never came to pass. This was not coincidence. These were moments where the divine intervened on your behalf. And Michael's presence was among the forces that preserved you. And right now, he is again leaning close to you. Not to judge you. Not to condemn you. But to remind you that heaven is invested in your journey. Every tear you have shed, every prayer you have whispered in the silence of your room, has been heard. Michael is saying, "You think you have been unseen, but I tell you the truth. Heaven has been watching over every step of your path. Even when others abandoned you. Even when your heart was shattered. We did not leave. I stood with you. Even when you felt no strength left within you." There is a reason why Archangel Michael is often described with a flaming sword. That sword is not only a symbol of power. It is the embodiment of divine truth cutting through the illusions of darkness. Every lie the enemy has whispered into your mind. That you are not good enough. That you will fail again. That you are unloved and unwanted. Michael comes to strike them down. He is not only a warrior of battle. He is a guardian of truth. He protects you from the subtle poison of fear and despair. And even now, he is surrounding you with an atmosphere of strength. You may not see it with your eyes. But if you close them and listen within, you will feel a shift. A sense that something greater than you is standing in the room, guiding your next step, holding back the shadows that try to overwhelm you. This moment is not small. This message is not random. It is a divine appointment. Michael says, "Your journey is far from over. You have wondered if you still have a future worth pursuing. You have questioned if the light within you has grown too dim. I tell you, no. Your story is still unfolding. And heaven is preparing doors that no man can shut. There will be days when the path still feels uncertain. But hear this truth. Uncertainty is not a sign of absence. It is the soil where trust is born." Michael encourages you now. Do not give in to panic when you cannot see the whole picture. Do not assume the silence of heaven means you are forgotten. The silence is often the preparation before the sound of victory. Hold your position. And watch as breakthroughs unfold suddenly. Like dawn breaking after the longest night, you are not abandoned. You are being trained in trust. And as you trust, strength will rise in you like wings. Michael stands at your side even when no one else understands. He guards your mind when thoughts try to spiral out of control. He shields your heart when betrayal tries to harden it. He keeps watch over your spirit when fatigue tempts you to give up. Right now, you may feel the weight of your circumstances pressing on you. But know this: there is greater weight pressing back against the darkness. And it is the hand of heaven itself. Michael's message is clear. You are closer to your breakthrough than you think. Do not let despair blind you. The very areas where you feel weakest are the places where heaven is about to reveal its greatest strength. Hold on, beloved. The tide is turning. And as you take in these words, pause for a moment. Breathe deeply. Allow your heart to feel what your mind cannot fully grasp. You are surrounded. You are protected. You are loved beyond measure. My beloved soul. There is a divine alignment unfolding in your life that you cannot yet see with your physical eyes. But your spirit has already begun to sense it. Archangel Michael is guiding me to reveal this hidden orchestration. For heaven is moving people, places, and opportunities into your path like pieces on a sacred chessboard. Every delay you have faced, every rejection you have endured, and every tear you have shed is being transformed into the very fuel that propels you into your destined breakthrough. What felt like punishment was preparation. What looked like an ending was only a redirection toward something greater. Pause for a moment and reflect on the moments you thought were setbacks. Weren't they, in truth, the very moments that shifted you onto a higher path? Archangel Michael whispers that the closed doors of your past were never meant to diminish you. They were heaven's way of shielding you from what was not aligned with your soul's divine blueprint. Now, you stand at the threshold of a new season. A season where clarity will flood your mind, where solutions will suddenly appear, and where the weight you've carried for years will begin to dissolve. Michael shows me a vision of you stepping through a radiant doorway. Behind you lies a heavy fog. But ahead of you, golden light pours out, illuminating the path you were always meant to walk. This is not just about material blessings, though they are surely coming. It is about freedom. Freedom from fear. Freedom from cycles of lack. Freedom from the constant battle of proving your worth to others. Archangel Michael says you are entering a divine reset. A holy recalibration of your life's course. Many of you have felt the heaviness of spiritual warfare. Sleepless nights, strange anxieties, or sudden obstacles that seem to appear from nowhere. These were not coincidences. They were signs of resistance. Because the enemy of your soul recognized the magnitude of what heaven was preparing to release over you. But listen carefully. No power of darkness can stop what God has already decreed. Michael reminds you that his sword has already cut through the chains that tried to bind you. The unseen battles have already been fought on your behalf. What you are about to see in the physical realm is simply the manifestation of victories already won in the spiritual. Take courage. Every time you doubted, you were closer than you realized. Every time you wanted to give up, angels were surrounding you, holding you upright when your own strength failed. Even now, you are not walking alone. Archangel Michael says this next chapter of your life will carry undeniable signs of divine orchestration. The people you meet will feel like destiny. The opportunities that arise will align so perfectly that you will know they could not have come from human effort alone. Synchronicities will increase. Dreams will intensify. And confirmations will flow so frequently that your only response will be awe at how heaven has gone before you. And yet, beloved, you must not shrink back when this shift begins. When the door opens, walk boldly. When the opportunity comes, step forward without hesitation. Michael warns that fear of failure will try to whisper again. But this time, you will recognize it for what it is, a shadow with no substance. This time, you will rise with the confidence of knowing heaven stands behind you. You may be asking, when will I see this happen? Michael answers gently. Sooner than you think, yet in God's perfect timing. You will notice small breakthroughs first. A debt unexpectedly resolved. An unexpected call bringing good news. A moment of peace so profound it feels like heaven itself touched your heart. These are the first ripples of the wave that is about to sweep over your life. My beloved, this message is not a vague promise. It is a sacred announcement from the throne of heaven. Your waiting season has not been wasted. It has built the strength, humility, and wisdom required to carry the blessings that are coming. And now, the heavens declare, you are ready. So lift your head, straighten your shoulders, and prepare your heart. For you are stepping into a chapter where grace overflows, where peace replaces chaos, and where abundance answers every place of lack. The shift is already in motion. Archangel Michael stands guard at your side, ensuring that no force can hinder what belongs to you. Hold this truth close. You are not forgotten. You are chosen. And very soon, you will stand as living proof that divine timing is never late, but always perfect. Archangel Michael's message deepens now, as though heaven itself is pulling back another veil before your eyes. You are being shown that what you once thought was an obstacle was never meant to destroy you. It was meant to awaken you. There were times when you asked yourself, why me? Why do I have to carry this burden? Why do I have to walk this lonely road? And Michael answers softly, because your spirit is stronger than you realize, and because you were chosen to carry a light that could not be dimmed, no matter how much darkness tried to cover it. Pause here. Feel these words in your heart. Every trial you faced was not a punishment, but a preparation. You may have thought you lost years of your life. You may have thought opportunities slipped away. You may have thought your prayers were unheard. But now you are shown that nothing was wasted. Nothing was lost. Every tear watered the soil of your destiny. And now the seeds you could not see will bloom before your eyes. Michael shows me a vision of a locked gate. For a long time, you stood there, pushing, waiting, hoping it would open. But no matter how hard you tried, it did not move. You thought you were stuck. You thought the gate was the end. But Archangel Michael is placing the golden key in your hand now. The same gate that once denied you, the same gate that once denied you, will now open with ease. Michael says, the delay was never rejection. It was divine redirection. You were being guided away from harm and into the perfect timing of your destiny. Pause for a moment. Breathe this truth in. What was closed to you before is opening now. The opportunities that slipped away are returning in new and better forms. You will not miss what was meant for you. It is finding its way back. Only this time it comes multiplied, overflowing, and aligned with your highest path. Michael is showing me a scroll, sealed and hidden until this very moment. On the scroll is your name, and written beside it are promises. Promises heaven has kept safe for you. You may have thought those promises were forgotten. But Michael declares, heaven does not forget. Heaven does not delay. Every word spoken over you is being fulfilled now. Pause again. Feel the energy of release flowing through your spirit. The gate is open. The scroll is unsealed. Your time has come. The air around you is shifting. It feels lighter, clearer, as if the heaviness that clung to your spirit for so long is finally dissolving. Michael says, this change is not your imagination. It is the proof that heaven's hand has touched your path. The burdens you once carried are being lifted. The delays you endured are breaking. And the gates that were sealed are now swinging open. For so long, you walked with faith but saw little movement. You prayed, you waited, and at times, you wondered if the heavens had grown silent. But Michael is whispering to you now. Your faith was not wasted. Every tear you cried was collected. Every prayer you spoke was written in the book of remembrance. And now, those prayers rise like incense before the throne. Their answers are being released into your life. Let this truth rest in your heart. The divine scroll has been unsealed. And with it comes the unveiling of promises long hidden. What was once delayed by forces unseen is now being accelerated by the hand of God. The enemy tried to block you. He built walls of fear, doubt, and resistance around your path. But Michael stands with his sword of fire, striking down those walls, reducing them to dust beneath your feet. He declares, no barrier shall remain. No delay shall linger. The season of restriction is over. Step forward, for the way is clear. Breathe deeply. Can you feel it? The shift in the atmosphere. The movement of unseen forces. The alignment of doors waiting to open. This is not ordinary time. This is appointed time. Michael shows me a great hallway with countless doors. Each door represents a promise, a blessing, a divine opportunity. For years, these doors seemed locked. You knocked, but they did not open. You tried, but they did not move. Now, watch closely. The keys you hold, the keys of faith and endurance, fit perfectly into the locks. One by one, the doors are opening. The hallway floods with light. What was hidden is now revealed. What was impossible is now unfolding before you. Pause. Let this vision take root in your spirit. Michael is guiding you to the first door. It is inscribed with the word restoration. This is not a small restoration. This is complete restoration. Of joy, of peace, of resources. Of relationships that align with your soul's calling. The years the locusts devoured. The opportunities that slipped away. The strength you thought was gone. All of it is being restored. Not in fragments, but in fullness. Heaven does not return a portion. Heaven multiplies what is returned. Michael says, what you thought was wasted time was not wasted at all. Every season of waiting was preparation. Every moment of silence was fortification. And now, you will reap double for your endurance. Pause. Allow this promise to saturate your spirit. Michael now points to another door. This one glows brighter, with golden light spilling from its edges. It bears the inscription, Divine Favor. When this door opens, things will accelerate in your life. You will see approvals where you once faced rejection. You will be noticed where you were once overlooked. Opportunities will chase you. Blessings will locate you. And doors will swing wide without your effort. Michael says, it will not be by your striving, but by divine favor. For when heaven marks you with favor, no man, no system, no opposition can deny you. Pause. Let the assurance of divine favor calm every fear. Heaven is aligning people to bless you. Resources are being directed toward you. Solutions are unfolding around you. And you will know, this is not coincidence. This is the unmistakable hand of God. As you move further down the hallway, Michael leads you to a third door. This one radiates with a soft, steady light. It reads, Divine Protection. You have faced storms. You have battled unseen forces. At times, the weight of spiritual warfare was so intense. You wondered if you would make it through. But Michael assures you, not a single attack succeeded in destroying you. You are still here. Still standing. Because heaven's army surrounded you. And now, protection will not only cover you. It will go before you, clearing the path ahead. Pause. Let this promise dissolve your fears. You do not walk alone. You never did. Michael and his legions march with you. And every scheme set against you is being dismantled before it can even touch your life. Now, the final door appears at the end of the hallway. It is larger than the rest, brighter than the rest, and it trembles with divine energy. The inscription is one word, fulfillment. This door represents the fullness of your calling. The realization of promises you have carried in your heart for years. Dreams you thought were too far gone. Visions you tucked away in silence. Hopes you dared not speak aloud. They are rising again. Michael declares, this is your appointed time. This is the season when the scroll is unsealed. The doors are opened. And the promises of God manifest before your very eyes. Pause deeply. Let this truth anchor your spirit. The hallway is open. The doors are ready. And you are being ushered into the fulfillment of every divine word spoken over your life. Michael stands beside you. Sword lifted high. Light blazing from his presence. He says, step forward without fear. Step forward with faith. For the gate is open. The scroll is unsealed. And heaven itself is watching over you. This is your moment. This is your release. This is the unfolding of your destiny.